What if having multiple spouses wasn't just a distant idea, but a living tradition? While monogamy is the standard in many parts of the world, polygamy and polyandry offer alternative marital frameworks that are deeply rooted in cultural and historical contexts. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating evolution of polygamous practices from ancient times to the modern era across different countries. Join us on this journey to discover how these practices have changed and what they reveal about the societies that embrace them. Number 1. Cameroon. Our journey begins in Cameroon, often called Little Africa due to its incredible diversity. Historically, polygamy in Cameroon was a mark of prestige, particularly among tribal leaders. In the past, it was common for chiefs to have numerous wives, sometimes over 100, as a symbol of their power and wealth. This practice was not only a personal choice, but also a political tool, used to forge alliances and ensure loyalty among tribes. However, modern Cameroon presents a different picture. While polygamy remains legal, it's less prevalent today. Economic constraints and the influence of Western education and values have significantly reduced the practice. Many modern Cameroonians, especially in urban areas, find the financial burden of maintaining large polygamous families impractical. Moreover, the younger generation, exposed to global cultures through education and media, often prefers monogamy. This shift reflects a broader trend toward individualism and financial prudence, highlighting how traditional practices evolve over time in response to socio-economic changes. Number 2. Tajikistan. Next, we move to Tajikistan, a country with a rich tapestry of history and culture. During the Soviet era, polygamy was officially discouraged, aligning with communist ideologies that promoted gender equality and monogamy. However, following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, Tajikistan experienced a resurgence of traditional practices, including polygamy, influenced by Islamic customs. Today, polygamy is legally permitted in Tajikistan, but with a unique requirement: the consent of the first wife. This regulation, known as the first wife's approval, is intended to protect women's rights and ensure they are not forced into unwanted polygamous arrangements. The country's significant gender imbalance, resulting from years of civil war and economic migration, has also played a role in shaping these marital customs. In many cases, men with multiple wives are seen as providing social stability in communities with fewer males. This modern adaptation shows a nuanced approach to balancing tradition with the protection of individual rights, highlighting the complexities of cultural evolution. Number 3. South Africa. In South Africa, polygamy has long been a part of the cultural fabric, particularly among indigenous communities such as the Zulu. Historically, polygamy was not just about family structure, but also about power and resources. Zulu kings and chiefs often had numerous wives to consolidate their power and ensure the prosperity of their lineage. The modern landscape of polygamy in South Africa is shaped by the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act of 1998. This law acknowledges and regulates polygamous marriages under customary law, requiring court approval and the first wife's consent for additional marriages. This legislation represents a significant step towards integrating traditional practices into the legal framework of a modern state, ensuring that polygamous unions are conducted with the informed consent of all parties involved. Moreover, it highlights a broader societal shift towards protecting the rights of women within these marriages, as public discourse increasingly focuses on issues of gender equality and fairness. Number 4. Malaysia. Malaysia's approach to polygamy is deeply influenced by Islamic law and local cultural practices. Historically, polygamy was common among Malaysian Muslim communities, where men could marry up to 4 wives, provided they treated them equally. This practice was seen as a way to support widows and orphaned women, providing them with protection and support within a family structure. In contemporary Malaysia, while the practice remains legally permitted, it is accompanied by stringent requirements. Modern laws stipulate that a man must demonstrate his financial capability to support multiple wives and children equally. This includes equal distribution of wealth, such as providing similar gifts or vacations to all wives. The decision to marry multiple wives often involves careful consideration of the families involved, emphasizing the importance of family background and values. This meticulous process reflects a blend of traditional cultural values with modern economic realities, showing how cultural practices adapt to contemporary societal norms. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of polygamy and how it has evolved over time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us continue bringing you intriguing insights into global cultures. Now, let's explore how these traditions are maintained and challenged in Tanzania. Number 5. Tanzania. Tanzania offers a unique perspective on polygamy, particularly among the Sukuma people, the largest ethnic group in the country. Historically, polygamy was closely tied to agricultural success. Men who could afford to expand their farmlands often took multiple wives to help manage the increased labor. This practice was seen as a practical solution to the challenges of agricultural life, ensuring that the family could cultivate and harvest larger areas of land. In modern Tanzania, while polygamy is still practiced, its prevalence has diminished, especially in urban areas. The Tanzanian government, along with various NGOs, has been promoting gender equality and women's rights, leading to a gradual shift in societal attitudes. Additionally, economic constraints have made it increasingly difficult for men to support large families, leading to a decline in the number of polygamous marriages. However, the practice remains a significant cultural tradition among certain communities, reflecting the ongoing tension between modernity and tradition in Tanzanian society. Number 6. Qatar. Qatar, a small yet affluent nation in the Middle East, practices polygamy under Islamic law, known as Sharia. Historically, polygamy in Qatar was a common practice among the wealthy, allowing men to marry up to 4 wives as long as they could provide for them equally. This was seen as a way to ensure the well-being of women, particularly widows and orphans, within the community. Today, while the legal framework still allows polygamy, it has become less common, particularly among younger generations. Modern Qatari society places a strong emphasis on financial responsibility and fairness. Men who choose to enter into polygamous marriages must demonstrate that they can provide separate homes and financial support for each wife, adhering strictly to the Islamic principle of equal treatment. This legal and cultural framework reflects a balance between maintaining traditional practices and adapting to contemporary economic and social realities. Number 7. Pakistan. In Pakistan, polygamy is governed by a combination of Islamic law and national legislation. Historically, polygamy was widely practiced, influenced by Islamic teachings that permit a man to have up to 4 wives if he can treat them all equally. The Muslim Family Laws Ordinance of 1961 introduced significant legal reforms, requiring men to obtain written consent from their current wives and permission from an arbitration council before marrying again. These regulations are designed to protect the rights of women and ensure that their welfare is considered. The Arbitration Council assesses the man's financial capability and the reasons for seeking an additional marriage. This legal framework has been crucial in reducing cases of coercion and ensuring that women have a say in their marital arrangements. Despite these protections, polygamy remains a contentious issue in Pakistan, with debates often centered around women's rights and the need for further legal reforms. Number 8. Iran. Iran, officially known as the Islamic Republic of Iran, has a complex relationship with polygamy. Historically, polygamy was a common practice among the wealthy and powerful as a way to demonstrate their social status and ensure the continuation of their lineage. Under Islamic law, a man can marry up to 4 wives if he can treat them all equally. This includes providing equal financial support and spending equal time with each wife. In contemporary Iran, however, polygamy is not as widely practiced or socially accepted, particularly in urban areas. The requirement for the consent of the current wife, while legally mandated, can sometimes be bypassed under specific conditions, such as infertility or health issues of the first wife. Additionally, Iran has a unique form of temporary marriage, known as sigh, which can last from a few hours to several years. This practice is often used to circumvent the restrictions of permanent polygamous marriages, and has been a topic of considerable debate within Iranian society, particularly among women's rights activists. Number 9. Yemen. Yemen, located on the southwestern tip of the Arabian Peninsula, has a long history of polygamous practices deeply rooted in Islamic law and cultural traditions. Historically, polygamy was seen as a practical solution for various social and economic issues, such as ensuring a male heir or providing labor for agricultural activities. The practice was particularly common in rural areas, where economic and social structures supported large extended families. In modern Yemen, while polygamy is still legally permitted, it is less common, especially in urban centers. The economic hardships and ongoing conflict in the region have made it difficult for many men to support multiple families. Moreover, societal attitudes are slowly shifting, with increasing awareness about women's rights and gender equality. Despite these changes, polygamy remains a significant cultural tradition in many rural areas, reflecting the enduring influence of historical practices. Number 10. Brunei. Brunei, a small and wealthy nation on the island of Borneo, permits polygamy under Islamic law, allowing Muslim men to have up to 4 wives. Historically, this practice was associated with the elite, who could afford to maintain multiple households. Polygamy in Brunei is seen as a way to uphold religious and cultural traditions, reflecting the country's strong adherence to Islamic principles. In contemporary Brunei, while polygamy remains legally recognized, it is not widespread. The conditions for entering into a polygamous marriage are stringent. A man must obtain the consent of his current wife or wives and demonstrate his financial ability to support all his wives and children equally. The Islamic courts play a crucial role in this process, ensuring that the rights of all parties are protected. This careful regulation reflects a broader trend in Brunei of balancing traditional practices with modern legal and social frameworks, ensuring that cultural traditions are preserved while also adapting to contemporary societal norms. As we've explored, polygamy takes many forms around the world, shaped by historical, cultural, and economic factors. From the tribal communities of Cameroon to the urban centers of Iran and Qatar, each society navigates the complex interplay between tradition and modernity. These practices, while diverse, often reflect broader societal values and the challenges of balancing individual rights with cultural heritage. What do you think about the evolution of polygamy in these countries? Are these changes positive steps towards gender equality, or do they risk eroding valuable cultural traditions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your perspectives and learning more about the world together. If you found this exploration of global marital customs insightful, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to TripLife for more cultural deep dives. Click on the next video that's appearing on your screen now for more incredible insights into the world's diverse traditions. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.